Alright, hello everyone, this is Spawnbroker, and I will be casting a pub game. I decided that I was going to do a low skill game, so I just picked a random one for filter on normal, because the new lingo for low skill games now is normal, and it goes normal high very high now instead of being low normal high. So I'm just going to go around and I'm going to talk about what the team does. Let's turn this off real quick. I'm going to go around and I'm going to talk about what the team does. And I'm going to say things I agree with, I disagree with, and what they can be doing different, and how I feel they are playing the game. So, introductions. First off, we have Marklar on the Omni Knight.
30 seconds.
We have Coitus69 on Bounty Hunter. On the Skeleton King, we have Drakkar. On Ursa, we have Hindkind. And then last but not least, we have on the Beastmaster, Kakarot Zero. For the Dire team, we have Senior Bode. Looks like we have a pause coming out real quick. We have Senior Bode on the Brewmaster. Looks like he randomed. We have Wagner Cobain on the Huskar. And looks like they're finally picking. We have the Sweet Zombie Jesus on Tidehunter. And then we have Kisses on Night Stalker. And then insert witty name on the Shadow Shaman. Okay, so we're going to talk about initial item choices, initial skill choices, lanes, that kind of thing. First off, Bounty Hunter getting Janata first. I think this is okay. Shuriken Toss does very low damage on the first rank, so I actually like like Janata first. His item build is great. I like this a lot. You definitely want branches, some regen. You got a stout shield. That's fine. On Marklar, he got purification first. That's fine. And he got some regen. He's going for a Ring of Protection for Basilius, and he's got some mana regen. This is all very good in the top lane. This is fine. The only complaint I have about it is a double melee lane, which is going to cause them some problems. So we have the Beastmaster going mid, and he's going very low items right here. I think he's going to be trying to rush a bottle. This lane is going to be very problematic for him because he's against a Huskar, and Huskar is just going to be able to outlane him probably. Alright, on the bottom, we have Ursa and Skeleton King. Ursa going with Fury Swipes first. And going with Double Tango over stats. I'd rather see some more stats here. Skeleton King getting Boots first. Oh my god. Boots first, no stun. This is a first-time Skeleton King if I ever saw one. First off, you max your stun, guys. Second off, Boots first is terrible. You want stat items. You want stat items, you want regen, and you want defense. And Boots provides none of that. Okay, it looks like there's some trading going on the bottom lane. We're going to go back mid to see how Beastmaster is doing. Looks like not very well. So Huskar is definitely giving him some problems. And looks like he's going to be having some issues here in this mid lane. I definitely think the picking could have been better on the Radiant team. Looks like I missed First Blood down on the bottom. Ursa got that one. So good job on the Radiant team. And looks like
double damage.
Beastmaster got a double damage, which is fine. But yeah, on the picking phase, they really should have done a little bit better. Looks like Skeleton King taking a bit of harass down at the bottom. How is top lane doing? So Omni Knight going for second level repel. This is fantastic. I think this is great. Bounty Hunter doing a little bit of harass. Night Stalker having some problems.
All wands will break.
Okay, so a bit of a purification there. So Night Stalker, let's look at his items. He got a Quelling Blade, one Gauntlet, and an Iron Branch and some regen. I think this is okay considering the Night Stalker is going to be getting farm in this lane. I would much rather see him get an urn. So I think he can turn this Gauntlets into an urn. But other than that, I think this is fine. I really would rather see them put Night Stalker mid. Night Stalker or Shadow Shaman. One of these heroes should have been mid, and they should have let Huskar. Huskar should have been able to. Huskar just should have gone top. That's the best way I can say it. And then Shadow Shaman is not leveling Ether Shock. This is a big mistake. Ether Shock is a very nice nuke, and now looks like there's a bit of an engage going on. Radiant is going to back up a bit. On the bottom lane, they're doing fine. Yeah, you definitely want to max Ether Shock first. And the fact that he's not doing this is terrible. I can see one level of Shackles, but you really need to get Ether Shock up because it is a very big nuke, and it happens to a lot of targets. Going Magic Stick first, I don't like this at all. I think he needs more stats. Just things to help him out in the early laning phase. Shadow Shaman could be pulling right now, pulling the creep wave. You can pull this camp up here and it will spawn it again, and then you can pull it into the creeps, and it will allow you to keep your lane from pushing. Looks like Night Stalker might be in a bit of trouble. Nope, they're not going to engage on it. So Huskar is getting a bit of free farm in the lane. Looks like Beastmaster had to go back. Beastmaster picked up an urn. There is no courier on the Radiant side. That's a big problem for the Radiant.
Middle tower is under attack.
So looks like so for skills down in the bottom lane, once again, Skeleton King not maxing his stun. This is a really good ability to max. Vampiric Aura and Crit don't really come into play until later in the game, so you really want to max your stun first. Ursa maxing Overpower and Fury swipes equally. I think he needs a point, just 1 point in Earth Shock. I admittedly don't know very much about Ursa, so I could be wrong on this. Okay, Bounty Hunter going a little bit aggressive. I don't know if I like this. Looks like Omni Knight's in a bit of trouble. Unfortunately, the Night Stalker's out of mana, so he's not going to be able to get any of those kills. So that's problematic. I think Omni Knight needs his Basilius now. Looks like Huskar ulted on the mid lane, and he picks up that kill fairly easily. Ursa and Skeleton King are doing Roshan. The fact that their lane on bottom just left and doesn't look like they're coming back should be a huge red flag to the Dire.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
So now, they got a free Roshan. They should have been able to tell. They should have known that there was a Roshan attempt going on because both Skeleton King and Ursa left the lane for a long period of time. That's a big, huge red flag. So, bottom lane, looking good for the Radiant. And how's top lane doing? Bounty Hunter getting a little bit low. I like Bounty Hunter's skill build. I think it's fine. What I'd like to see him do now is max Shuriken Toss or put another couple of levels into it just to get a bit more damage out of it. Looks like there's a gank coming in from Huskar. And he gets a good initiation down on the Omni Knight, but unfortunately his teammates aren't there to help him. Night Stalker picks up the kill, and looks like he might dive on the Bounty Hunter. Yep, he's going to do it. And see, this is why you need to max Ether Shock, because now there's no damage that Shadow Shaman can do on his own. And Beastmaster is going to find Night Stalker, but Night Stalker is going to get away because it is nighttime. Beastmaster maxing Inner Beast, not getting any points in Call of the Wild. This is terrible. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. All Inner Beast does is give your allies bonus attack speed. Call of the Wild is really good. It gets you pets, and you can play around with them. Looks like there's some initiation going down on the bottom, but unfortunately, the Aegis isn't going to help him very much, and is he going to get the Huskar? Nope. Huskar manages to pick him off. Those bracers really helped him out there. This is something I see a lot of newer players doing, is grabbing the Gloves of Haste for their power treads before they grab the stat item. They think attack speed is really good. Unfortunately, it's not. Having that extra 6 stat, like the extra 6 strength or the extra 6 agility or whatever, is much better than just having that attack speed. So you definitely want to get that first if you ever have the choice.
Middle tower is under attack.
How's Tidehunter's items going? He just has boots. He's probably saving up for a arcane. That's fine. I like his skill build. It's doing okay. Beastmaster not really farming, not really doing much. How is the last hits and denies going? Huskar doing really well. And
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Looks like Night Stalker doing some looking for some ganks. Looks like he's trying to go phase boots. I don't know if I like phase boots on Night Stalker. I think treads is better on him. That's just me. Nighttime, you're going to be fast anyways, so why get phase?
Invisibility.
Shadow Shaman playing the support role, picking up some wards. And looks like there's 3 heroes from the Radiant just sort of hanging out top. Not really doing much. Beastmaster not level 6, that's going to be huge for this engagement here. So Beastmaster can't really do anything. He can't really help out at all. Ursa just gets a double kill down in the bottom. It's good on Ursa. I like the phase boots pick up on Ursa. That's good. He's going Ring of Health, so he's probably going to get a Vanguard next. Skeleton King gets a Soul Ring. Fantastic. I think that's a really good item pickup for him. Too bad he screwed up on his skill build and he maxed Vampiric Aura first. Guys, do not do this if you play Skeleton King. Max your stun. Vampiric Aura and crit don't really come into play until later in the game, or the mid-game, because, yeah, you're 30% lifesteal, but you're not really doing a whole lot of damage until the mid-game. So they're getting really aggressive here, and they're gonna get killed for it. Huskar doing some work on the Skeleton King. Yep, they're going to go down. Tidehunter picks up his Arcane, that's fine. Brewmaster has a Basilius, and looks like he's going for a Vanguard as well. I think that's fine. I'd rather see some boots on the Brewmaster right now. I think he needs some boots. And Beastmaster is still top, and he got his ultimate. Good. Beastmaster is still top, and he hasn't really been farming mid. People really need to be mid right now. Someone needs to be mid farming, and it looks like nobody. So looks like Bounty Hunter's gonna get caught out a bit. Nice repel on the Bounty Hunter. Beastmaster misclicks, and looks like they're not going to be able to get the Night Stalker. Or he messes up the juke. He doesn't know where to go and go into the trees to juke. And looks like Huskar's going to come in and clean this up.
Welcome me home.
Huskar is going Mask of Madness next. I think this is terrible. I really don't think Mask of Madness is a good idea. If it's a Helm of the Dominator, fine, great, that's fantastic. I think that's fine on Huskar. But if it's a Mask of Madness, no. Looks like Panda's looking for a gank in mid. He's going to find a Skeleton King. And unfortunately, the Skeleton King's stun doesn't really do anything. So Brewmaster's going to walk out of there just fine. Brewmaster picking up those boots. Good job. Looks like he's going to try and do something here in the mid, but it's not really going to work because Ursa's just like, yeah, whatever, Brewmaster. I don't care about you. Night Stalker looking to come down here and get a gank. I'd like to see 1 point in Fear right now. And definitely not maxing Void is a big mistake by the Night Stalker. Void needs to be maxed first. It does a lot of damage in the mid game, in the early game. And see, he could have killed Huskar right there, or he could have killed Ursa right there without Brewmaster dying if he'd had a maxed Void. So don't max Hunter in the Night first, max Void first. And I'd like to see 1 point in stun. It's not necessary. 1 point in the fear. It's not necessary, but it's good to have. Okay.
Illusion.
Beastmaster doesn't have his boots yet, and he kind of needs those. Nobody is farming bottom. This is a big mistake by the Radiant. People need to be down here farming. And now there's just kind of 3 people just hanging out mid for no reason. Looks like Night Stalker might be going to the jungle. He really needs to turn this into an urn soon. He's kind of wasting his night. So now there's going to be 4 people mid. This is kind of a problem that newer players tend to have. They tend to all just cluster up in the mid lane. And even Huskar's coming down here. They tend to all just cluster up in the mid lane and then not really do anything. Looks like Huskar is going to initiate on the Skeleton King, and looks like that's a good initiation. Beastmaster trying to counter-initiate and try and save him, and it's not really going to work. Skeleton King's ultimate was not up, so that's good. Now they're going to push the mid lane. See, when you're pushing as 5, that's fantastic. That's good. But just hanging out here as 5, waiting for something to happen, that's not good. I think the wards from the Shadow Shaman was a little bit of a waste. The tower was going to fall anyways. They didn't need the wards to help out. He could have saved the wards for something else, for maybe the next tower or going top or whatever. Huskar is going to keep going here. That's a bit aggressive.
I'm grateful to you.
And here comes Ursa, and Tide ultimate. Ursa's just gonna fall,
Without
and looks like I think Dire should probably back up here. I think they're a bit low. I think they need
Dire's
to
bottom tower is
go
under
back and
attack.
farm a bit, and then you know, heal up, recoup. I would try to protect these wards though from being farmed. It looks like Huskar's gonna get caught out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nope, looks like he's gonna be safe. So for skill builds, maxing Janata first is okay. That's fine. I would
Dire's
rather
bottom
see some
tower
points
is
into
under
Shuriken Toss, because a level 1 Shuriken Toss is very, very bad. I feel like 2 points into Janata and then maxing Shuriken Toss is kind of the sweet spot that kind of, you know, makes Bounty Hunter awesome. But
Dire's bottom
it's
tower
really
is
personal
under
preference.
attack.
I think maxing Janata first not really the best. It's more for like a farming focused Bounty Hunter, which doesn't seem like this guy tends to be playing. And he got a bottle first, which so looks like the ultimate coming down from Omni Knight. And they don't really do much with it. They kind of just stand around, and looks like Huskar trying to initiate, trying to make something happen. And I think the Dire's going to come out ahead in this one. Night Stalker finished his urn. Brewmaster probably going to need to ultimate soon. That's a nice shackle from the Shadow Shaman. Looks like the Beastmaster's going to get... Oh, looks like Skeleton King's dead now. And he has his ultimate. Unfortunately, he's in the middle of 5 people. Is he going to get away from this? Wow. And Skeleton King goes down. I'm surprised Beastmaster made it out of there alive, and still no points into Call of the Wild. This is... wow. I really don't know what to say about this, other than don't do this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And now Dire is pushing again. This is a good time to push. Both Ursa and Skeleton King are dead. The wards are fine. They kind of want to get this tower down. It's you know, fine wards. So that was good by the Dire. I think that was really nice. I don't like the double bracer on Tide. I think just one bracer would be fine, and then maybe turn that into a drum. I think someone needs to be working on a pipe. Let's see. Looks like there's a headdress going on the Shadow Shaman, so he's either getting a pipe or a mech. That's good. So it is a Helm of the Dominator on the Huskar. That's very nice. And so it looks like it's going to be a mech for the Shadow Shaman. Bottle with a hasted rune for the Night Stalker. Once again, I don't like these phase boots. I think he needs to have treads.
Under attack.
Looks like Brewmaster is being a little aggressive here. They need to kind of calm down until it's nighttime and then have stuff happen. Brewmaster has a Basilius and he finished a Vanguard, once again getting Gloves of Haste first on the power treads.
Haste.
I don't like this at all. I've already said why. I think you need the stat items before the haste.
Unseen might.
Looks like there's going to be some sort of initiation going on the Huskar, who thinks he's invisible, but he's really not. And he's just healing through it. And looks like Huskar's going to start right-clicking people now, and he's just healing through because of the Helm of the Dominator, and wow, Huskar stays alive.
Of the night.
This Beastmaster doesn't look like he's going to make it out of here. There goes the Void, and Brewmaster finishes it off. And now they can push top with impunity. They don't really have to slow down. I don't like this teleport at all. There's no reason to do this. This is a bad idea. Yep. Did someone pick up a gem on the Dire side? I believe they have a gem or something. I'm not sure how they keep seeing.
Much obliged.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Huskar just does not care. He's just right-clicking that tower, and another set of wards. This is a fantastic push going on, and Ursa is just in their jungle.
Radiant's top
Not
tower
really
has
caring, and he's going to try and... oh, looks like we have some disconnects going on. Tidehunter gets his blink, that's fine. So, unfortunately, there are some disconnects in this game. I apologize for that.
fallen.
I don't really
Radiant's top
know how
tower
the game is going to
under
turn
attack.
out when I look at it, when I go from the... when I go from the watch screen. The Skeleton King looks like he's in a lot of trouble, and one final Void is probably going to finish it off, and he dies to the Huskar.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And now Shadow Shaman is shackling and Ursa inside the fountain. Good job, Shadow Shaman. Oh, there go those fades, and he misses the Earth Shock.
Radiant's
Sad
top barracks
times.
are under attack.
So this looks like it's going to be definitely a top Rax for the Dire. Huskar getting a second Helm of Iron Will.
Radiant's top barracks
Not really sure
has
what he
fallen.
would be building with this.
Radiant's top barracks
Maybe
are
he's
under
going for an
attack.
armlet.
Radiant's top barracks has
I don't know if I like that. I think he should, at this point, just go BKB. I don't think armlet is going to be terribly useful at this point in the game. He's already so far ahead. I think a BKB would probably be the best choice.
How many times are you gonna miss?
Well, there's not a whole heck of a lot of stuff going on the Radiant team. I think an armlet is fine. It's not
Radiant's middle tower
optimal, but
is under attack.
maybe I'd rather see a Sanj here or something like that. Looks like they are going to go on this mid Rax, on this mid tower, and Shadow Shaman almost has his wards back up. Tidehunter blinks out of that stun, very nice.
Radiant structures are fortified.
We're going to see the fortification come down for the Radiant
Radiant's
again.
middle tower is under attack.
It looks like they're going to lose this tower. Ursa going in, trying to make something happen, and he's just going to get ulted on by the Huskar. Beastmaster kind of wasting his ultimate. Tidehunter coming in. He doesn't have his mana for his ultimate, and he might pop it right now, actually. Yep, there it goes. And Brewmaster, I don't think I've seen Brewmaster ult this entire game. Do it. Do it, Brewmaster. Use your ultimate. Use your ultimate and just wreck people. Come on. So Brewmaster definitely making some misplays right there. There we go. There's the ultimate from Brewmaster. Let's see if he can control it correctly. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he can. There's the stun. Very nice. Fire guy doing some work. Too bad he lost the ice guy. That is fine. And Brewmaster looking like it just ran out, and that is a dead Brewmaster. Poor Panda. Now Huskar finishes his armlet.
Regeneration.
And he's going to keep pushing because he's Huskar
Radiant's
and
middle tower
he does
is
what he
under
wants.
attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So I think looks like there's still 2 disconnects. I think the Radiant is pretty much given up at this point. Looks like a stun on the Huskar, and it looks like Huskar's probably going to he's going to run. Unfortunately, he can't really compete with an Ursa and Skeleton King going at the same time. So
Radiant's middle
Huskar
tower
goes
is under
down.
attack.
It is now nighttime. Time for Night Stalker to do some work. He's building up towards an Aghanims. Instead of buying these stat items first, I'd like to see a point booster next time, because what is a Night Stalker going to do with 10 intelligence or 10 agility? Not much. The point booster gives 200 hit points and 150 mana. Let's check.
I bind you.
Well, I'll wait till after the team fight. So that was a nice ward trap on the Ursa going on with the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman isn't backing up though. Mech pop, very nice mech. Looks like they're gonna kill the Beastmaster next.
Silence.
And there we go. There's the Beastmaster kill. So let's check the point booster. I believe it's 200 and 150. Yep. 200 health, 150 mana. So that's an extra health and mana that would make the Night Stalker even tankier than he already is.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
So that looks like it's going to be a double Rax for the Radiant.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Double Rax
Radiant's
against the
middle
Radiant, I
barracks
mean.
are under attack.
Huskar is back, so this looks like it's probably going to be a good game.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Skeleton King still trying to pull something out here. Nice mech pop. No wards from the Shadow Shaman, so they're just going to right-click these towers down, and it looks like that's going to be
Radiant's
game
middle
over.
tower has fallen.
So thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any constructive criticism or anything, let me know in the comments, and feel free to like or subscribe or let me know how I'm doing and anything that you think should change or any suggestions that you have. So good game to the Dire, and thanks for watching.
Great Dire victory.